What is going on, everybody? It's Hunter with LS Lures. It's Saturday and it's time for one of our biggest drops ever. If you guys are new to the channel, every Saturday we drop a limited color, we do limited quantities and stuff like that. They always sell out within 2 to 4 hours. They go really quick, and we've been upping our quantities every single week. It's gaining more traction. So we decided to treat you guys. It's almost the holiday season. It is the holiday season. Whatever you guys want to call it. The weather's getting cold. The jig bite's been absolutely insane. So we are dropping a jig box full of all the late fall, early winter, early spring, whatever you want to fish from now until March. Everything in this box is going to catch you a ton of fish. It's going to catch you a lot of big fish. And we've got a super good variety in here for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and break down what this is. They're on our website right now, so you better get over there quick. We are only dropping 100 of them, and they're going to go freaking fast. So for 50 bucks, $49.99, you guys can jump on the website, pick up one of these boxes. It includes 12 baits and a bunch of different styles. So we're going to go ahead and jump into those, and then we're going to cut to a bunch of on-the-water footage, showing off these baits, showing some fish catches. We spent the whole day on the water with the incredibly talented Caden Connolly. He does great video work. He does an awesome job, and hopefully we got some really good shots. I don't know. He's going to be the one editing it, so that'll be up to you guys to judge. But we're going to go ahead and break these down. Then we'll get into the fish catches and stuff. And like I said, you boys better get onto the website quick. It's a link down below. Check these boxes out. It's a watertight box, 12 different baits in it, fancy little LS sticker on the top. Everything you could possibly need for yourself if you plan on fishing late fall, winter, early spring. All the good stuff and things when the water's cold, or if you're looking for a present for somebody special in your life that likes to fish and wants to get into it. This has everything they could need for this time of year. So we're going to get into this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join our mailing list. Link down below in the description so you guys never miss out on everything. We send 2 emails a week, and we're going to jump into it. Alrighty, boys. First and foremost, every single box is going to have all of these styles in it. The colors are going to vary across the box. We want to keep things interesting for you guys, but these are all colors I use. They're all different, unique colors. You're going to see some stuff from the website, some stuff custom, but they're all going to be the same styles there. So the first style that we're going to have in the box, each box is going to have one LS mop jig in it there, okay? For all you boys down south, any of you boys up north that are targeting truly big fish, that mop jig is a hybrid living rubber silicone skirted jig. It's got a lot of bulk. It's got a ton of action with very little motion on it there. And it gets some absolute hammer bites, especially this time of year, you know. Those fish are slowing down. Some of them want a really slow, like tiny profile. Some of them want a really big profile there, especially those big girls. They're going to eat one big crawdad. They're going to slow down. They're not going to move a whole lot. So if you put this thing on their nose, that jig doesn't have to do anything. It's just going to piss them off sitting there, and they're going to come over and thump the absolute hell out of it. So each box is going to have one LS mop jig there and 3/8 of an ounce. The next jig that we're going to throw in there for you guys is actually going to be 2, and they're going to be 2 living rubber ball head jigs there for you guys, okay? We're going to have 1 7/16 of an ounce, 1 3/8. We're going to throw a darker color and a natural color, but this is going to be my absolute top pick in the box for my region and for you guys trying to catch more and bigger fish this winter there. Most of it's going to be living rubber there. It's going to have that great natural action with very little motion there. The stuff comes alive when it's sitting on the bottom. We've also got a half a strand of silicone there to add a little bit of color, throw some contrast into that bait, and show those fish stuff they don't typically see there. These are really ultra compact little jigs. They're going to do great in a lot of different types of cover there. We're leaving that brush guard full so you guys can skip them under docks, throw them in brush piles, drag them in open water. It's fully adjustable for what you want there, but this little sucker here paired up with the right trailer is going to catch you a lot of fish, and we're throwing 2 of them in this box for you. On to the next one, guys. We're throwing a tiny itty bitty compact flipping jig in there. It's going to be 1/4 of an ounce. It's going to be some kind of a natural color there, but this is a 1/4 ounce flipping jig with an already pre-trimmed brush guard on there. It's got a 3/0 BKK, 2x strong hook on it there. So not everything in this box is going to be super finessey, but the low profile of this jig and the way that it's going to have that really slow fall rate is great around shallow brush piles, a little bit deeper brush piles if you don't have an issue letting that jig sink down there, fishing around the remaining grass that you have left, or if you're fishing around docks, throwing that little bit smaller profile is going to get you a lot more bites, and it's going to get some of those fish that, again, are a lot finickier. They're used to seeing those big mop jigs and those big rubber jigs. Put this in the nasty stuff and pull out a lot more fish this winter with that compact flipping jig. The next one we've got in there, guys, it wouldn't be a winter package if we didn't have a blade bait in there. If you guys know these, you've been around a little while. We released them last year, and they catch an absolute crap ton of fish. We sold these a bunch last year, and after this drop, they're coming back to the website. But the LS blade bait is an absolute killer. We're going to throw a couple different colors of them in there. Each box is going to come with one, but these baits are the absolute best when things are horrible, right? The bite can be absolutely terrible, but when that water's freezing, this is one of the last baits standing. It's one of the last things you should keep on the deck. It doesn't matter if it's snowing, the water temps are just about to ice up. The lake could be half iced up. Throwing a blade bait is one of the best ways this winter when things get tough to pick up fish, to catch some big ones, and to get those fish that don't want anything to do with any bait, to get that reaction strike. So throwing a blade bait this winter is a great option, and it wouldn't be a winter box if we didn't have one. So each box is also going to come with an LS blade bait, and the best thing about these, and one of my personal favorites is we're going to have some awesome hooks on them. That little snap on the top prevents fouling. Most blade baits are going to have a lot longer one. Those treble hooks wrap up on it. It allows that line to jump around a lot more. This sucker keeps it really close to the bait, allows that bait to vibrate super fast, and doesn't get hung up near as much. Moving on, fellas, the next jig we're going to have in the box is actually 2 jigs, and we're going to include 2 3/8 ounce LS arc jigs there, okay? Like I said, we're going to be playing around with different colors, but one of the ones that you're going to see in a lot of these boxes is a red craw and then our dark matter color there in that arc jig. What makes these special is they've got a really thin wire brush guard on there. It's really low profile. It's hard for those fish to detect, and it does a really good job coming through rocks, wood, a bunch of different color or cover there without being super bulky. You know, this time of year you want a lot of subtle action. You don't want a lot of unnecessary bulk in some of those jigs. So where a brush guard or a standard brush guard there, sometimes it's too thick, and I think sometimes it adds just a little bit too much to those jigs. This one's got a ton of action with that living rubber and that silicone mix. It's really great for those super soft bites there when they just barely mouth it, because that water's absolutely freezing and it gets a ton of bites. So each box is also going to have 2 of those 3/8 ounce arc jigs there, and 2 contrasting colors, one in a natural, one in a darker color. Next one, guys, is a jig that you guys have not seen before. It's something that I play around with quite a bit. It's one that I do a lot on my own there, and we haven't released anything like it yet. But this is going to be a thin football jig, okay? It's got a lighter wire hook in it. It's the same one that we put in our king craw jigs, for those of you who've seen that. But it is a wicked sharp VMC, a little bit lighter wire hook there. But what makes this unique is where most skirts are going to have that double layer of skirt, which makes it super bulky. It kind of slows it down. It hampers the motion of that jig there. This one's only got the one side on it there. So we've tied this. It's not going anywhere. It's got a lot of really subtle action. It allows that skirt material to move almost like living rubber while being silicone, so we can add some really cool colors to it. Gives it a unique action. It shows those fish something that they don't typically see. And in the winter, when they're sitting there, they're getting a lot of pressure, especially with the jig. Every little different thing that you guys can do there to get those bites and show those fish something different is going to catch you a ton more fish, and a lot bigger ones. And last but not least, boys, your personal favorites, one of my favorites, and one of the baits that's caught the biggest bass that I'm aware of to date on an LS jig is going to be our little wizard jig there. We've got 2 packs of these in each box, okay? So you're going to get 4 little wizard jigs, 2 different colors. We're going to do a variety. Some are going to be darker, some are going to be more natural, some translucent, some craws. We're going to mix it up for you guys. It's going to be really awesome, and you're going to see some colors that we have not released before in these, which is going to be great. But that little wizard jig is a super fine cut finesse jig there. It shows those fish something different. Most finesse jigs have that lion's mane cut on the front there. It's what they're used to seeing. It slows the fall rate. These little suckers here have dual action on them there, where the front strands move really quick, the side strands have that really natural slow action there. So every time you move that bait, it's going to show those fish a couple different types of action there, and they get an absolute ton of bites. Doesn't matter how cold it is, this thing's going to excel all winter. It catches fish all year, and it comes through cover like an absolute menace there. So we're going to have 5/16 and 3/8 ounce sizes there. And you're going to get a 5/16 and 3/8 ounce in each color. So 2 different packs of these, 2 different colors. We're throwing them in the box there, and that is going to be the last thing we've got in our $50 winter jig box. I am super excited about releasing this box for you guys this winter. Like I said, we've been doing Saturday drops for quite a while now. You guys have absolutely been loving them. I've been loving them. I love coming out with new colors for you guys, playing around with the different stuff, and showing you guys all the different types of jigs that you can throw and all the different places you can throw them, right? We've been doing on the water videos. We've been talking about them in the shop. This is going to be a really neat video because we get to talk about them right now. We get to get out on the water and show you guys some on the water clips there too. But for 50 bucks, you guys will get absolutely everything you need if you want to really grow some confidence jig fishing this winter, including the blade bait there too. But everything that we make that will catch fish when the weather gets cold, you get tired and cabin fever, you know, of sitting inside, being miserable there. If you want to get out, you want to catch fish. For 50 bucks, you're going to get well over $50 worth of baits. The waterproof box there is just tall enough on top so that none of your brush guards are going to get clamped there. That was one thing I was really leery about. See a lot of guys throwing jigs in boxes like this and your brush guards come cramped down and it messes everything up there. This has plenty of room for all your baits. Use these, add your own trinkets, do whatever you want there, but it's going to keep those dry, it's going to keep them rust free, and it's a super easy thing to toss in your truck, toss in a backpack, your back pocket, whatever it may be. Have everything you need to catch fish this winter, especially once the temps start getting really cold there. Tuck it into your jacket, wherever you're at, right? But this is the ultimate box to gain a lot of confidence, to have everything you need, living rubber, silicone, big, small, bladed, whatever, right? It's going to have everything. This is the box for 50 bucks. They're on the website and they're going to go fast, boys. Thank you so much as always. These drops are going to continue to come out every Saturday. We're going to keep launching different stuff. And you guys are going to see a lot more of these big ones paired up with some awesome people like Caden helping me out. We're going to keep launching for you guys, keep hooking them up, and I can't thank you guys enough.